to my channel. It's another Fitmas video. Oh yeah, go Fitmas. It is almost Christmas, yeah. Alright you guys, if you're new to my channel, I just want to say hi, I'm Brittany, and this is my channel. I say that sometimes. That's all I really have to say. For today's video, I am going to be talking all about my fitness journey. I felt like this was a perfect time to talk about it because the new year's coming up. Maybe you need a little bit of motivation, and I realized this is a fitness channel and I haven't ever even talked about my fitness journey. So this might be a little bit of a lengthy video. I'm just gonna chat. I'm gonna talk all about it. I'll probably be popping up some pictures of different stages that I've been in. I hope you can learn something from this. If you have questions, drop them in the comments down below. So without further ado, let's just hop on in and get chatting. So starting way back, I'm just gonna say I was always an athlete in high school. I absolutely loved playing sports. I was an army brat, so I moved a lot, and each time I moved, I tried different sports. Like I played volleyball, I played basketball, I did a lot of cheer, I did track, I even did golf. That didn't last long, no. And I've even done some karate, but that was when I was a little girl. So I just have always enjoyed sports. I love being active, and I am an aggressive and competitive person naturally. So not like aggressive and competitive in a bad way, but when it comes to like sports or physical activity, like don't mess with me. I also did cheer in college as well as like stunt team with my husband. We like did a little bit of cheerleading together, and that was cool, like one-on-one. That was pretty dope. Like getting to live with your husband in college, I was like, this is goals. Like, stop it, girl. And I did like intramural flag football. Me and my husband were on a team, and that was dope. So I've kind of always just done sports. I love it. But college is really where I'd say my fitness journey starts. My first year of college, I was out of high school, and I would work out as like a stress relief, but I only knew my like track workouts or like a little bit of abs I learned from cheerleading and like workouts from there. So I would just like go to my small apartment gym whenever I was super stressed, and I would just do sprints for days on the treadmill. Like I would just crank it and I would just sprint and I just freaking go. And I knew like a bicep curl, so I would do like bicep curls, and then I do just like track workouts. And at that point, I would just eat whatever I wanted. Like my mom growing up, she was super good at making sure we had protein, a carb, and a vegetable like every night for dinner. So I kind of understood how to cook because of her. Like bless up for Mama Kathy. Like Mama Kathy, round of applause. You taught your girl how to cook. I would eat so much cereal though, you guys. Like if you know me, you know I love cereal. Cereal was like my diet, and then I would always have dinner. I'd always have like chicken, rice, and vegetables. Honestly, like every freaking night, that's like what I would eat. But then throughout the rest of the day, I'd have like cereal, chips. You know, you're in college, you eat whatever you want, but I tried to at least have one meal a day that was semi-okay, but I just didn't care about nutrition. As a freshman in college, I wasn't aware that I looked bad. I thought I looked great. Like I had really bad acne, and that was what I was so self-conscious about, but the way my body was, I never really cared. For the most part, I never had this overwhelming feeling of I need to lose weight. Never has that really come across to me. Cause all I knew was the dudes I was into wanted thick girls. So I was like, let's get it, Brit. Eat the food, get the booty, let's get some curves. Ciao. So when I was in college, I just kind of work out, do whatever I wanted, eat however I wanted, didn't really care how I looked. I was just doing me. And I was happy, you guys. I was happy. So that's like a big backstory to this. Fast forward to my second year of college, I now had joined a friend group, and they liked to go and work out, so I would tag along, and we actually like went to a gym. I learned how I could work out for myself, and I kind of got a whole vault of exercises. We would work back and chest, so I would learn all these back exercises and chest exercises and shoulder workouts, arm workouts. I learned what the straight bars are, easy bars. I worked on chin-ups, I worked on pull-ups. We worked bench press, shoulder press. Like, the guys that we worked out with knew all of these lifting things, and I was so new to it, I would just follow along. But I'm like such a freaking strong-willed person. I would just lift the heck out of all my sessions. I'd just be like, pumping iron, let's go. Like, I was so turned. Like, I freaking loved lifting because I have always been a very strong-willed person. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I am very like all or nothing. Like, you get all or nothing with me, that's how it is. So I was turned at these lifting workouts, you guys. I fell in love. And every day at 4:30 that we would go, every day except Sunday, we would go to this gym, and it was like the highlight of my day. I was like so stoked to lift, and like we had a group, we had a crew, and it was like with my best friends. It was just like so freaking fun. I started to see a little bit more results. I was like, oh, I actually like have a bicep. Like, this is a bicep. Or I've got some nice shoulders. You know, I started to see the muscles in my body, and I thought that that was really cool, and it kind of helped to motivate me. And also, when you're going with a group, you're more likely to do it. Also, in my second year, I started dating a guy who was into like working out, fitness, and all of that stuff. So I learned a lot of stuff from him as well. And he was super into Spartan races. So I signed up to do Spartan races with him. So we did those, and I got great results. Like, I won first in my age group the first race I went. I was so proud. And this is what I looked like, you guys. Like, I wasn't as fit as I am now. Like, I was very fit, but I had a lot of like flub on me, and I didn't see anything wrong with me. I was the freaking boss. I hauled A, and I was so proud of myself. Like, day in and day out, I gave everything my all. Throughout this second year of college, I learned a lot about myself, about my limits. I just felt really good about where I was at. I felt good about my body. I was learning about fitness. I was getting into the gym. I had a routine. I was learning about different muscle groups, and I was really just having a blast. And something else that I absolutely love about having a platform on Instagram and a little bit on YouTube is that I'm able to then be that person for you. Like, those people made all the difference in my fitness journey because they helped teach me a base of education of what to do, how to lift, exercises, a little bit about nutrition, and then I was able to implement that in my own life. So I hope that that's why this is helpful, and I just like, that's cool. Like, this is so freaking cool. So at this point, I had learned a lot of knowledge and background, and I knew kind of what I was doing. So after I'd broken up with that guy, I was still able to work out by myself. I didn't have a strict routine, and I still did like a lot of cardio just because I loved running because I was in track for so long. So I continued to lift throughout college. I met Darian. We dated for a while. We got married. We've just been lifting and lifting and lifting since then. And now I'm here. So let me tell you how I got from this picture to this picture. So this was in 2015. This was when I was working out with my friends. This was when I was working out with that boyfriend. And this is now. And there's a lot of difference in between the two pictures. I'm happy in both. I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't see anything wrong with myself. Like, honestly, I really didn't. I was so freaking happy, and I don't think anything was wrong with me. And let me just start out and say it did take time and patience. Over this period, I was bulking, but I didn't really know it. I was just consuming a lot of food, and I was building up muscle. I was just packing it on, getting some biceps, getting some traps, getting some delts, just packing on muscle, building up muscle, eating whatever I wanted, and just lifting weight and enjoying my life. I loved my workouts at this point in time. I was running Spartan races, like I said, and I would just go in and crush my weightlifting sessions. I felt so strong mentally and physically, and I was just going for strength, really. Like, I didn't really feel the need to cut or anything. I just loved packing on the muscle, feeling strong, going to the gym, and knowing I can crush a workout. Now, at the beginning of 2018, that's when I kind of realized, I've been building up muscle for a while. I kind of want to cut back and see what I actually have and see some definition, because I felt strong in the gym, but I was like, I don't look strong. Like, my arms look puffy and I don't have much to show for myself, but I can lift a lot of weight. So I was like, that's it. I'm gonna start this cut and really just kind of wean out all the bad stuff from my diet. I'd say the first thing that kind of changed was the intensity of my workouts. I said, I am determined, I really want to actually see some definition. I want to see what muscle I actually have, so I'm upping my intensity. I assigned a muscle group to every single day of the week, so when it was Monday, I knew what I was working. When it was Tuesday, I knew what I was working. When it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I knew exactly what I was gonna lift when I went to the gym. I would write my workouts beforehand, so I'd go into the gym, I knew what I was doing, I knew my reps, I knew my sets. I would go in, I'd crush it. If I had anything left, maybe I'd do some HIIT, do some cardio, just completely drain myself in the gym. I'd say the second thing that was a main change was that shift in my mentality. I said I wanted this and I was gonna get it. So having that shift mentally also helped. I loved myself the way I was. I wasn't doing this out of hatred for myself or out of shame that I thought I was fat or something, but I was kind of like, all right, Britt, like you're strong, you can lift, but let's see some of that muscle, girl. So I was like, we're doing this, let's do it. So mentally, I put it in myself that no matter how long this is gonna take, I'm gonna get where I want. I knew I was doing this slow and like progressively over time. I knew I wasn't gonna do like a 16-week cut and boom, get shredded for like a show or something. I wanted something that was gonna be long-term and sustainable. And so that's kind of how I got to this point, is I wanted to make lifestyle changes that I knew would help me live a happier and healthier life, but also help cut back on body fat. Because in this first picture, I have kind of a big midsection, and in the second picture, that thing's pretty gone. I still did a little bit of cardio here and there, but that is not the majority of my workouts. My workouts are still lifting and resistance training because I don't want to lose any of my muscle mass. I've worked hard for it. I've worked hard for my size. I just want to cut back, tighten up, and see my actual muscles. Now on the nutrition side of things, there was a lot that had to happen, and this honestly was the hardest part for me. It is so hard to control your nutrition, especially when you have a sweet tooth. Girl, I mean, like, I really think I have the worst sweet tooth in America. It is awful. It is horrendous. So I knew I needed to switch up my nutrition. I didn't really know where to start. A lot of this process really is just trial and error, figuring out what works best for you. And what worked best for me was counting macros. So for the first couple months of 2018, I was counting and tracking my macros. I was seeing what I was actually consuming. And honestly, it is so eye-opening to see how much you actually eat. I was like, dang, Britt, like 7 bowls of cereal adds up. Girlfriend, no, 1 bowl of cereal, right? So once I started actually seeing everything that I was eating and how everything was adding up, I was like, okay, I need to take back a little bit on this. I need to add more protein in. Like, I am way under on protein. I need to have a little bit more carb. Counting macros helped me figure out what I needed to add into my diet, what I needed to take out from my diet, and that helped. So really, once I had been counting my macros for long enough, I felt like I had enough of an idea what I needed to eat and what I should be eating that I decided to stop counting my macros. So I did, and I've been eating intuitively ever since, and I still feel like I've been able to get results that I've wanted to see, and it's been great. I know that if I probably counted macros, I'd be more exact, and I probably could see even more of a difference, but for me and my lifestyle, I just am not willing to do that at this point. So I find a lot of joy in intuitive eating, and I've still been able to see the results that I need, so I'm like, cool, it works, right? Another thing that I wanted to mention with nutrition is that you don't have to completely cut out all foods. I think eating in moderation is important. I still think I give myself a treat, I don't know, every day, every other day. I have little snacks that I'll eat that are like treats for me. They're not really treats all the time, but I feel like it's still important to reward yourself or else you're gonna binge eat. And I feel like a lot of us have been there with binge eating, so, you know, you can have a little bit of the treats in moderation. I don't think anything is wrong with that, especially because this is a lifestyle. It's not like we're in physique competitions where we're gonna be judged on our body. This is us personally wanting to reach fitness goals. So if you wanna have a bowl of cereal for a treat, have it. If you want to have a donut, have it. But you do need to have more good than bad in your diet. That's just fact. Okay, and something else that really helped with nutrition and trying to get on track and stay on track and everything is making alternatives. I swear doing alternatives has changed the game. So for instance, instead of having a bowl of cereal that's just high in sugar, I'll have a bowl of oats and put like a tablespoon of almond butter, or that Legendary's Food pecan pie almond butter. Oof, next level. Like that is a dessert, that is a treat for me, but I'm still getting oats, I'm getting whole grains, and I'm still getting some good fats from a nut butter. Like it's a way better alternative than just a sugary bowl of cereal. Another alternative is if I'm feeling like a sweet tooth, I like to cut up apples and just like steam them in a pan with a little bit of cinnamon. It's like a little warm apple pie. It's like really good. Another little trick is if you're ever craving something sweet, just have a piece of fruit. Fruit is already high in sugar, but it's high in natural sugars, and it helps curb your sweet tooth. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of swap in and out healthier alternatives. I could do a whole nother video on this. You can research this for yourself, but just finding healthy alternatives makes all the difference in your diet. And it is hard at first, I'm not gonna lie, because you still crave like that processed sugar and all those yummy goodness. But once you have started to train your body and your mind to eat a certain way, it just does it. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about with nutrition is that I learned what worked best for my body and what didn't work best for my body. And I think that's something that everybody kind of needs to go through. I figured out that dairy and me, we're not friends. We don't really hang out because dairy hurts my stomach. So I pretty much cut out dairy from my diet, and that has really helped me feel better about myself internally, and has really helped clear my digestion, and I just love it. It helps me, you know? So that's what I've done. But with nutrition, it is a lot of trial and error, but I don't want that to discourage you because it is a process. It's a process to figure out what you like. So really the two big differences between the photos sum up to be more intense workouts, scheduled, and consistency in the gym. And part two is nutrition. Watching what I'm eating, actually figuring out what my body needs, tracking those macros, now eating intuitively, making sure I'm eating all food groups, and just staying consistent. And other than that, it just takes time, it takes patience. I mean, these are years apart, you know, it's been a whole process, a whole journey. First I bulked, I built up that muscle, and now that I'm cutting, I'm able to see that muscle. If you're somebody who's a little bit skinnier right now and you want to see muscle, you may have to start a little light bulk so that you can start seeing some muscle definition. But I went reverse. I was already a little bit big, had some muscle, and now I cut, and that's where I'm at now. And I am loving myself just as much as I was back then. And I'm really proud of what I have accomplished. I think it's been really great. If you only take one thing away from this, I just want you to know that you can do this. You really, really can. Take whatever mental state you're in and just say, you know what, no matter how long this takes, I'm in it. I'm in it for the lifestyle. I'm in this for life. I am training for life, and eventually I can get there. It's important that you are tracking your progress as you go. Progress pictures are the best way to do it. I don't care about what that scale says. I myself every once in a while, just out of curiosity. It is so much more important how you feel about yourself and what you see in the mirror rather than what numbers on the scale. We are all trying to better our life. We are all on this journey together. Everybody starts this journey at their own pace, at different times. You really are stronger than you think, and you are capable of so much. I get asked a lot for what my motivation is. A big motivation for me is I am personally motivated. I'm just a super competitive person, like I said earlier, but you guys are a huge motivation. Knowing that I can help you and I can be a resource for you, like I had other people help me out, it means the world. So thank you so much for all of your inspiring messages, your sweet messages that I get off Instagram all the time from you. I love you guys so much, and I couldn't do it without you. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comments below. You can follow me on Instagram and DM me anything as well. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Honestly, I really just wanted to thank you for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.